Kosu and Ty.
Bro, when we're discussing country, bro, y'all leave America, all of these things, bro.
Wow.
No, but you can't.
Why you feel like
it's
why
because we're not America.
It's celebration.
No, we're not America, bro.
A turn up is a turn up.
Bro, we're not America.
Yeah, but a turn up is a turn up.
No, we're not. Even Americans don't celebrate Independence Day that way, bro.
They do it worse.
Yo,
Congratulations to
but they do.
Moreover Express.
turn up is a, but me,
At least they try on that Thursday.
But to answer
they did that invest in Liberia Summit.
I didn't really feel too bad. It was just a little foreign because you just used to laughing emojis,
bro.
And people telling you fine and you should keep going. It's a little bit like, oh, I didn't even know I can get this kind of reach, but other than that, it was all good.
Yeah, you're in a different arena now.
Yeah,
August,
it was good though.
August,
Pape, please.
The only event I try is Moreover Express, bro.
Please.
My man.
Please. We can debate this. We can debate this. Every city held their weight.
No,
every city held their weight.
Say this.
Philly turned it out, so we're not going to do that. I gave them their props in the episode.
So we on to the next. For you.
Let me say this to get it off my chest.
I'm gonna make a debate team.
Liberian people, we need to do better when it comes to celebrating our country
We're gonna have a
independence.
long episode ahead of us.
I must give it out to Moreover Express for doing that for that summit. That summit was the only thing that makes sense to me. Invest in Liberia Summit. The rest of it was completely bullshit. In all caps, bro. You don't celebrate country independence in that
format. You're gonna make me have a long day. You not come back. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, baby. What's up? Yeah.
Stop.
Bro, listen.
You're a hater.
Tell us a little bit about that whole Davido Cap weekend stuff, bro. We're not going to skip that, bro.
OVO.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you representing us, bro?
Look,
yeah.
Look, that was one of the biggest wedding of this year, right? No matter where you come from. Biggest wedding. Big up to OVO itself for delivering, right? I say that wedding was beautiful, unlimited liquor.
The food.
That's look. I'm not really a fan of Nigerian food, right?
Yeah.
That's the best Nigerian foods I ever had.
If you hadn't said this was still like
Nigerian. I swear. Look, the food was good.
Stuck in his ways.
At the wedding, the Nigerian food was good.
What you had?
I had goosey.
Damn.
Did that goosey hit, yo? I ain't gonna lie. So, David, big up to you, man. Such a beautiful wedding, man, and they had all the richest Africans in the building, bro.
Yeah,
including you.
Yeah. Work out, Biggie. Nobody got to come around. No, man.
When you get into a room like that, my man,
you are an African giant. You can't say no now.
I saw you. Because I saw you networking with Aliko Dangote.
You had the richest.
That was a great one, bro.
The richest African is in the building, and the thing about the guy, right? Huh? The richest black man in the world.
Yeah. And I was in Arizona with the richest artists, with the richest Liberian artists. Yeah, we're doing our thing,
Definitely. Big up to y'all, man. Big up. Look, Miami, like those Nigerian boys,
they turn it up.
They for Ferraris, Lamborghinis, all these, like they had a good time. One thing I realized about them, right? It's like they even had the boxer in there too, the Nigerian boxer. They had a lot of famous people. Everybody was just there, having a good time,
right? Yeah.
Celebrating Davido. It was about Davido and his wife, right? That's what they made it about. Everybody that was there, the DJs, everybody was just celebrating love, African love. I think that's the Romeo and Juliet story, right?
What?
That's what I tell my son.
Oh, wait,
I said my beginning.
We're not gonna get too much in detail.
The Chilima and Davido, that was Romeo and Juliet story. I want a modern day Romeo and Juliet story.
Yeah, your modern day story.
Yeah, I'm not getting cheated on. But anyway, hold on. People keep talking over me. Welcome back to In the Fries. Woo. I have my beautiful, handsome. Hi, handsome.
Hey.
And my other one.
You already know, baby. You already know.
Don't look at me like that.
That don't be him, sir. I don't get money. I have to be handsome today.
I got my bestie August with me. I got Nabil right here, and I got Mr. J Biz. You know, the tallest Liberian giant. We'll give him his credit. I've missed them. I'm so happy to have them back, even though they are my biggest headaches in the world. We will be having an episode today where we kind of discuss something a little serious. We're going to be talking about the Say No to Drugs campaign that occurred recently on August 7th in Liberia. And, you know, the drug problem in Liberia is huge. It's evident. I've heard of the Zogozos, you know, and things like that. But you know me, I'm still a little Americanized. So I would like you guys to take over and talk about how y'all feel so far about the drug problem in Liberia. So we can start off with, what is Kush? Or how you say it? Say the word.
Kush. I think it's Kush.
Nah, but it's so funny with that whole drug thing in Liberia, right? Is One thing I wanted to understand, right, is that rally, I seen it. And the minute I led that rally, some of them, did they smoke before they go over there? So I want to ask this question.
Know what? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. You know, I seen a post, and it just so booking in the comments. They come and go get high when they leave.
Bro,
they already smoke before they come. I was like, damn.
Bro, I literally see people that I know for a fact smoke before they went over there, saying no to drugs. So are we saying no to the people that are selling the drugs? Or are we saying no to the people that are smoking the drugs?
I think the men are saying no to the hardcore drug.
No, they say
the drug that can take you off, not the.
But you know what's funny, right?
Drug.
But you know, our people find every means to turn it into entertainment. Yeah. Right. But I think it was a great step.
Yeah, me too.
Liberians coming out to demonstrate that, but I think they should have redesigned the message with the say no to drugs thing.
Yeah. In what way? Like what's?
Do you think they should have had a better catchphrase?
The petition. Okay. They should petition. I mean, they should have petitioned the government to put a law to put certain law down that if you caught trafficking drugs in Liberia, there should be the penalty for this, there should be the penalty for that. Right. And for me, I think like one of the laws, and the only law trafficking drugs in Liberia for how the drugs is actually damaging the youth, the penalty should be death.
Yeah, high.
Death, 100% death.
What mean death?
Penalty is death. If you caught trafficking drugs, the penalty is death. And now,
that's smart, man.
No, bro, listen. I have a claim to that.
Okay.
When I visited Singapore in 2019, right, at the airport, exiting the airport, right after they stamp my passport, anybody that been to Singapore, they gives you a small little white paper like this. They ask you to sign it. That is, if they catch you with any substance relating to drugs, your penalty is death.
Damn.
And you sign it. So if a country like Singapore can do that, Korea does that, Indonesia does that, then we're more about Liberia, where you got like at least 10 to 15% of the population all doing drugs.
My brother, the reason why Liberia can take that kind of drastic measure, my brother, because it's just not something that needs to be happening in Liberia, my brother.
What do you mean?
Killing people.
You don't have to die,
because like, bro, like
penalty is a
penalty. But you break it. Exactly.
Bro, not death now.
No, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But a penalty is a penalty, though. I do respect that take. You know, you should serve some time because it is damaging. And it's been damaging for years. And, you know, I don't want to, it's going to sound cliche, but you will have to take it back to the war. Whether if you want to or not, because you got to understand how they were drugging people just to get their minds off of the dumb shit they were doing after they did all this killing. So your reward is drugs. Imagine drugs being your reward from 1989 way to 2003. And in 2003, the war finished now, and you go turn in your guns, they give you $100, $200. You about to help yourself with what you've been helping yourself for almost 13, 14 years. It's like, it's a long stretch. And now that these people, you know, okay, congratulations, the violence is down. We're so happy for that, but these niggas still tied to that reward from back in the day. And it's getting poured into the newer kids. Maybe they didn't experience the war, etc., but people do shit to look cool.
That's what really happened.
And you know what I'm saying? Now is going from that to now, you know, kids probably trying to be cool, but it's some man who's on it, who's seen as Zogos, who's just attached to their reward from back in the day, and they can't beat it, they can't escape it, and now they're cooked.
But when it comes to like drugs in Liberia, right? Like the weed and the ecstasy and all these different
all that one there,
bro. Ecstasy in Liberia is a normal thing.
Yo,
like the pills,
it's very common.
Pills in Liberia, like sex, drugs, are a normal thing. Like for example, like all the men be enhancing that said to have sex with it different.
Yeah, I heard that one.
So it's like, you feel me? Like in Africa in general, right? I feel like when it comes to this drug conversation with Liberia, right, we need to figure out like how to help them. Like I think like that whole thing that they were doing over there.
How do you feel about the parade? Do you feel like the parade made an impact on them?
No, that's why I'm getting there. I feel like the parade was straight nonsense. Was people gathering together to kind of do another stupidness again with no plan. There's no plan. What is the plan?
I mean,
how
it's purpose behind it though.
No, but just tell me, what is the plan? What was the plan?
I'm not sure.
The plan was to kind of say
no to drugs.
So the plan was people who just smoke drugs, right? is come and tell people, say no to drugs. They come and go smoke drugs again after they leave from the parade. That cannot be the
So you
plan.
believe they didn't have any sober influence, like actual people who were of sober influence
what I'm about to say.
leading?
No. The leaders that were leading that parade.
We're not sober.
There wasn't no.
So right message,
leaders.
wrong people.
Yeah, right message, wrong people to lead that message.
All right, that's fair.
I mean, like I said, there wasn't no proper petition given the government to why they was outside. But a big shout out to Senator Darius DeLong. You know, he been doing a great work so far when it comes to rehabilitation in Liberia. His second group of women, his second batch of women just graduated from the rehab. You know, that's a plus. Like, we need more of that because truth be told, the people who we call like Zogos in Liberia, right?
Yeah.
Those are not really, like you would see them like those are the abusers of drugs, but the real ones that been really affected by those drugs, they don't even come out.
Yeah, they don't.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
They don't really
The
be
true
out like
addicts
that.
Bro, they
be
don't
out in
come
the
out.
light.
They be all the way in the dark places, like in the
They
graves.
in the graveyard.
Yeah, in the graves, in the trenches,
Abandoned
bro.
buildings.
Like they only come
way
outside to
the
do bad at
highest
night.
stories.
I seen someone there before.
Yeah, in the highest stories of
see.
buildings, just cooped up in one room, sweating.
Bro,
hot.
like I feel like when it comes to Liberia, right? I'm not gonna dismiss the whole drug issue, right? I feel like we got bigger fish than to fry, right? No, hear me out right quick. Hear me while I say this, right?
Then the drugs?
Hear me 1 second.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I say we have bigger fish to fry. Bro, these people are taking drugs because it make them feel good, right? It make them feel good. That's why they do drugs. They don't do drugs because of no other reason. It make them feel better than how they feeling at that moment, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like we have issues in Liberia where we need to focus on like people that are hungry, can't find food to eat. You know what I'm saying? People who are dying from hunger, people who don't have jobs and all these different things. Like when you guys get in the street to do these things, y'all need to get in the streets to make a change in the country. Then when the economy kind of shift a little bit, then we can kind of start to go to the men who want to just enjoy themselves and have a good time with life.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it.
So you
why,
basically
why,
are
you right
saying...
why you can't pack it in?
No, he's saying one thing needs to be
Prioritize.
solved at... Yes.
Okay.
One thing has to be solved at a time, and there
Okay.
should be a hierarchy on what needs to be solved, because once you dismantle one problem, it's quite easier to dismantle another.
Right.
I even remember I was telling my mom I want to do something with my nonprofit. She was like, the only way you can start is by feeding people. No one is going to listen to you until you start feeding them.
Get them food.
Because
Yep.
people are hungry.
Yeah, but drugs is good. Drugs is good in a society where people can afford it.
No,
You
drugs
understand?
are no,
No.
drugs are good in circumstance. It
No.
depends the drug and it depends the circumstance. If you take Vitacaine and you're about to go get your something cut off, that makes sense.
And it
If you
depends-
take Vitacaine and you're about to go drive, that doesn't make sense. So drug is dependent on the circumstance,
Right.
not just
And
whatever's
it also
going on.
depends on the drugs being used.
The reason
Yes.
behind
You understand?
why.
The drugs being used, because if you expose or in an environment that you 100% engaged with drugs and you don't have the finances to go about it,
That's why I don't do coke.
and then you get juiced, it's a problem.
That's not responsibility.
You understand? It's a problem, like, because once you're in that feelings and you can't afford it, the next thing that runs through your mind is committing atrocity, or you will find by
crack.
any means.
By any means, yeah.
You will find by
find a
any
way.
means to get that money to go and do that habit. Or
Yeah.
by robbing, taking someone's life, just to do these things, right?
Word.
But when you okay, it's good for you. But back home in Liberia, bro, it's crazy because the population is hungry. And you understand? We got a lot of people, you understand, we can't afford things, you understand, for themselves or the
Just
daily
pure
needs.
survival.
Yeah, we got
And
real
then for the
conversation.
survival, and you understand, then you got a lot of people engaged into those substances. I agree that it makes you feel good at that moment. But you got to understand, that feeling you're chasing is temporarily. Because when it wear off, you go back to all the problems again that you're facing. So it's actually good to face your problem yourself. You understand? Like, you can't skip your fear.
No.
You got to face your fear. And you can't hide behind drugs to find that balance. Because
think the
But that's
country-
what's going on. It's hiding behind it.
yeah, and
The government, like with Liberia, right? One thing I think that's going on is the citizens are not holding the government accountable for day-to-day actions, right? Day-to-day. You got to start with the day-to-day before you go to the once-in-a-while situations, right?
Okay.
So, like,
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, so we basically have a country that's set up in a way where like stupidness is just going every day, right? And then when one bad thing happens, they shine light on that one bad thing, right? And then they go back like everything is normal again. And then boom, that's how it's gonna work. So we need to figure out a way where we start to hold these people accountable. I remember Nabil said something about back in the day where you can
it's not back in the days, bro.
No,
it's right in your constitution that all power. Article 1, Section 1 says all power inherent in the people.
Yeah, so we can get people out of that chair, my man. So we can figure out
my man, if y'all know how to do it, y'all.
But a group
rest some kind of book.
No.
So when you're all reading.
No, like what's the message?
Because it'll be half of them in the movie.
You got to understand the mentality as well as Liberians. When you talk to them, 1 + 1 don't equal 2. It could equal 3 for them, and they believe it, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
And they don't care. It's all personal gain.
Now we come back to the same reason of why our people was outside. Agree. Say no to drugs. It's a brilliant reason. I saw that. I was happy. But what did we do in the end? Did we petition the government to draft clauses? You understand me? In guidelines to, okay, you know what? If you caught smuggling drugs in Liberia, this is your penalty. Because at the end of the day, bro, we came out, we said no to drugs. Okay, yeah, said no to drugs. And everybody go back after 1 or 2 months, bro. Everything dies down.
But they don't
drugs
want that,
that coming in from Sierra Leone.
They don't want that.
Drugs that coming in from Ghana. Drugs that coming in from Nigeria.
So if I'm a smoker, right?
Yeah.
Do you think I want people to write a bill that say, "Oh, if I get caught smoking, this will happen to me"? No, those are smokers that was running that campaign.
No,
bro.
it's not about you who get caught smoking. No, I'm talking about people who bring huge quantities into the country.
You do have to regulate, yeah.
No, that's
why smoking weed is allowed in America.
That's what you have to do, right?
Not everywhere, though.
No, the consumers, right? Drugs are business, right?
Yeah.
If you figure how to stop the consumers, the people that's actually purchasing those things, it's not gonna come no more. Then they can't sell it.
But you can't.
But that's how the American.
No, you can't control that. That's the hard part.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the most difficult part.
If they start punishing people, if they catch you, if they start punishing people in there, like in Dubai.
Yeah.
Reason why it's not because they catch you smoking in Dubai. You that smoking, you get in trouble.
You can still get high in Dubai, bro, but you get high on a different level.
In the corner, slide away. You respect yourself.
Yeah, but let's get back to the Kush, bro.
Yeah.
The Kush is crazy, and and I think like the government needs to take that substance of a drugs very, very seriously.
Yeah, they do.
And you understand? Because for me,
Did Boca respond?
What?
Did Boca respond?
Kush. It's what called K2.
No, Boca. President Boca.
Did he respond to it?
Did he respond?
Or is he paying attention to
it? President Boca.
Yeah, imagine roasting a statement on the line.
Where is that?
And then I ate there.
Where there?
Imagine roasting and post it. Say, yo, thank you.
That was
that small joke.
I'm gonna Google it so we can read it. Hold on.
So ain't nothing really happening over there. When it comes
so
to
that Kush thing, right?
They have no plan.
It's a different level of substances. It's completely different from the weed. It's completely different from the cocaine. It's completely different from all the other drugs. K2, when you lock it and when you hate over it, you will maintain. When you're unfortunate, bro, it takes you and you're never coming back. So that K2 campaign stop is a no-go zone. It shouldn't be in any country at all. Anywhere. It's not a drug. It's not. It's not, bro.
It's a killer.
So I had my experience with it, right? And my boy, he gave me a little. Like I didn't know what it was. And for me, I thought it was weed, just a regular weed. And sometimes here and there, I do chill and vibe. But luckily for me,
everybody can chill,
bro. Luckily for me, luckily for me, right? Luckily for me, when I tried that parking like outside my house. I was sitting right in my car, and this was his exact instruction when he gave it to me. He was telling me, "Oh, bro, like it's super strong." I said, "My man, move on, yeah." In my Liberian way. I said, "You got me tell old man like me how to handle something like that." Like since when I've been playing with this stuff. He said, "No, probably I've been serious. This is way different." I was like, "Okay, give it to me." But then I had a PA, approximately turning on 60s, But I mean, he lives here, but he go back and forth all the time. So normally when I get some good stuff, I can share with him. Yeah. So I called him. I said, hey, Dad, where you at? He said, oh, at home, son. I said, oh, no, I got something real. I'm going to come chip it in with you. So I drove there, drive his, and then when I got home, I sat in my car, bro. Fixed a little bit, August, just a little bit, bro. I light it, bro. One pull. The second pull is like somebody came close to my ear and fire RPG. We out.
Nah,
mind you, I knew within myself, I fucked up. I just fucked up. That's number one. And the second thing that came to my bro, one thing about me, I'm good at math. I knew that from the car to my crib, I had nothing less than 30 seconds. And within that 30 seconds, bro, I was able to rush inside, get to the bathroom. My bathroom got two doors from the back. I was able to secure myself in that bathroom, bro, and I locked that door, bro, in that shortest period of time. It's the first time in my life I lost my identity.
You got laced.
Yeah.
No, when I mean I lost my identity, I didn't know who house I was in.
That's called lace.
I didn't know.
Lace with K2.
I didn't know my name. I didn't know what I was. At that moment, bro, the only thing I was fighting, but I just had like, I had like let's say I had like 5% of my senses. And the last thing I could remember was I gave it to somebody, and the first thing I calculated was his age. Like, I didn't want him to go through what I was experiencing. So I was fighting to reach my phone, to just call him and tell him, say, hey, don't try that. Don't try that. And in that whole time, I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for coming back. Because where I was, bro, I was traveling through dimensions.
Lace.
Bro, that shit took me to hell and brought me back.
So you been to hell before.
And then it took me to heaven and then brought me back.
You been to hell before.
And it kept switching me from one point to another.
No, when you lace,
somebody
came to my school.
I said, man, I held looking at me. I held looking,
and I seen it live.
It's a figurative expression. It don't have to be particularly help with the devil, bro. But you start to see things in you that you know they're not normal.
Yeah, son, should start hearing you.
Or you start to hear voices in your ear that you know that you, or you're having conversation and you alone. And you understand? And I've never in my life had that experience.
How long was the high?
It wasn't a high.
Well, how long did it take until you start coming down?
It wasn't nothing like a high. You know, that wasn't a high, bro. I was going crazy. There's a difference between the good feeling and fighting for your life. At that point, I was fighting for my life. I wasn't high. I was losing it.
So how long it take now? How long?
We don't know how you do that.
But man, I didn't remember how long it took.
All right. So
of course,
when
you're coming down. You know you're coming down.
Yeah. So
you guys ready for a drink?
It was 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes was like the longest journey.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
I know that shit for like 2 hours.
And that 20 minutes was the longest journey I ever been on in my life.
No, Bill, are you thirsty?
Yeah, so we're gonna take a little commercial break right quick.
Yeah.
This is hams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about hams right quick, August. Talk about hams. This is straight out of Liberia.
Hams
natural. 100%. You
Say it right here, product of Liberia.
Yes.
Right on the back. Yes. No spotty.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And the thing about it too, the great thing about it, you will not get no hangover.
The fantastic thing about
no hangover.
No hangover.
You know, you go somewhere, you go drink liquor, and then you wake up in the morning, your head penny, and you tired, you get wiggle, you this and that.
Your head will not be beating drum.
You slug it.
In the morning, you'll be cool.
Yes. Look, when
the bottle sell, you know you'll be cool.
And then too, they got another product too. You know the meaning, right? Remember I say, you know the meaning, I let to have sex for a long time with women.
Just to enhance your energy.
Yeah.
No. So they lower, yeah. They lower, yeah, my beginning. You know. For me as a man, I feel like me and I own that time.
I don't think it should stand for peaking out. If you're young in your 20s, you should have all the morale you need.
Yeah. But this doesn't enhance it, it makes it 20 times better.
Morale, no morale. Ain't nothing bad in enhancing the
No, it's not. It's nothing bad in enhancing it, but off the strength.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a certain limit. Like if you're a young man, it's no. For me, in my opinion, if you're a young man, by looking at women, you should already be feeling yourself stressed.
Yeah,
no. Also, it's not that type of entitlement we're talking about, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
But
not that.
So it's more like a lasting kind of thing.
Personally, I just made a drink. I mixed it with a little bit of lemon juice. I put some honey in it. Added some water to dilute it because it gave it like a sour punch.
I'm done.
And yeah, he cleared his. I'm about to clear mine. I think we're about to refill up in a second because I do want more. The honey was everything.
Yeah, I think we need a drink break. You get.
And I'm trying the darker version of it.
You got the roots?
It is really good. Yeah, and I like the way the breath. The breath that comes out of my mouth is like
definitely.
There's no aftertaste. I'll tell you
hangover.
No aftertaste at all.
No hangover.
Blue Samurai.
Yes.
100% authentic, straight from the land.
Liberia. Everything is made in Liberia.
Everything.
Everything.
And it helps you.
Funny products, none of that.
So listen, right? If you're a 1 minute man, they think help you at least go a little bit. It's okay. You understand? If you 1 minute, it's okay to be 1 minute.
My biggie.
It's okay to be 2 minutes, but they want to eye you up a little bit. At least last you to 5, 6.
My biggie, they want you to do for you. You have to get paid your rent if you're not able to pay your husband.
Damn.
Yeah. So some of you're almost homeless.
Or y'all stop trying that excellent thing that coming from Ivory Coast. That excellent thing, when you take shot, it can be holding your toes. But they want you already. It was set.
His vodka.
Correct. Really, really good.
Vodka.
And moreover, it's a Liberian-owned business, so
that's the best.
We gotta support this.
And
we
it's
gotta
all
make
authentic, straight from the land of Liberia.
So today's episode is straight sponsored by Hands Vodka.
Thank you so much.
And definitely we talking about drugs and all that stuff. This right here, instead of you getting high on beginning, just organize the thing for yourself.
Just transfer your
You'll still feel
addiction to
good.
liquor.
You'll feel very good.
Either way.
Yeah, either way. So.
And don't abuse it, or not because we say now you can help you to go knock, they go take one whole party, you go do talk.
Y'all know liquor now is hit or miss.
That thing between me and you can't do nothing to it.
It's hit or miss. Chill.
Yeah, that's chill.
Yeah,
so back to the Kush conversation. So I did do my research because, I'm a little nerd.
Yeah.
And Boca did meet with the people. They did have a sit-down talk conversation. They did talk about an anti-drug action plan, mandatory sentencing, asset seizure, and as well as somehow implementing random drug testing. They're going to try to change some school curriculum and maybe try to create some rehab centers and reintegration.
Maybe.
Poppy, I can't promise what the politician promised either.
Okay. So with these type of things, right? So what we do as citizens of Liberia, we make sure they do those things.
Yes,
we give them a timeline.
Yes.
We hold them to these things when they come and they write and they talk because they know English.
Okay, that's
they know good English. Because I think I've been in Liberia, right? I think what people one thing about people don't understand how powerful English is, right? Yeah. And I think one problem we're facing in Liberia is we know too much English. Mm-hmm. So the minute kind of read big book or they read this and they will say this,
but they don't know nothing,
and they're not doing nothing because the normal men are reading nothing and talking. So what we need to do, we need to make sure these people, everything they say, we make sure they do it. Speaking about Liberia, they say they deny a Prophet Key visa to come to America. What you gonna do in America, Prophet Key?
Oh.
Yo.
But how about you being our own a very dark man from Nigeria?
What?
Very dark man from Nigeria. I mean, he advocates for the voiceless. He makes sure things are done properly.
So definitely on that path.
Prophet Key Nigerian?
No.
On that path.
I'm talking about base. I'm not talking about no Prophet Key.
Joel's Nigerian.
No, I'm Nigerian. The man said, no. He said they have somebody in Nigeria that literally they make sure these things go through. Like they try to.
But the problem with Liberian government, there is no rules and regulation. There's no one who keeps track of certain things. People stay in office for way too long. People got to burn buildings down for us to get certain people out of office. People are stealing. There's no one. What is it? Checks and balances.
It's just a vibe.
There's no checks and balances. Yeah, it's vibes.
I mean, there's
no checks and balances.
It's a vibe. And
hopefully within time, those people, I hate to be that person, but I always think eventually the bad dies out, and we can just pray with the older generation they eventually die out.
Small people on the couch,
but that's the only way that's going to change. Those people are not coming out of office. No. They're not giving up their position. They're not giving up their homes. They're not giving up their land. They're not going to walk away. They don't believe in changing this late in the game.
Is scary.
Yeah. So the only way that happens is if the children are the future.
I'm
quite
sure
literally.
The policemen don't get it.
Bro, they literally said that the people that work for DEA, right? Their pay rate is between $76 to $100 and some more dollars a month. So imagine.
They don't even take pay on time.
Imagine, right? Take a look at this, right? So these are things that we actually really need to work towards, right? Imagine you're a DEA agent, you're making that kind of amount a month. It's not gonna somebody can tell you, say, oh, they give you $5K a month. What you do?
You take the $5K and show
What
your
you
mouth.
do? And then too, I heard in Liberia they got different entering points, but they don't have a checkpoint on all the different entering points into Liberia from these different countries.
No, they do.
They do, right?
Yeah, they got borders. But they got borders patrols. But the borders are not tight in security-wise compared to other African countries.
So during the rally, right? It's so funny, right? They caught this Liberian artist, some Liberian artist named Alonzo, he's Liberian Sierra Leone. He was bringing in drugs in Liberia the same exact day. What his friend here, that finished smoking the marijuana to go walk. One of the boys was bringing the level.
I know the man goes.
I think it was a setup.
No more for a year, man. I know that man. Let the same man come into Liberia, right? If I catch any one of y'all,
at least let's commend the man for walking.
No, let me tell that man, right? Let me tell that man serious thing. If I come Liberia, anyone I saw doing that, no say no to jail, I see you smoking, I will recall you. I will post it. We got nonsense over there. I see what nonsense. That mean y'all just think people stupid. I don't like people think I'm stupid. Oh. They might think that's stupidness because you can be over there headlining that type of stuff, right?
Yeah,
I don't like that. Yeah, it don't make sense. We need to. The thing about us Liberians, right? We let a lot of things slide, right? We have this culture where we have a like a culture, a silent culture, where people don't really say nothing because they don't want somebody to feel some type of way about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop that because that picking there, they can operate with all of that. They can use us at that.
You're not gonna say the name. Let public fuck them.
Yo, the men use us that day. The men literally used us at my born.
Where's our public fucking?
My born, I still saying that out of what I'm saying is out of love, right? Yeah. Because if you're not in that position at that
everything
moment,
you say is out of love, bro.
I'm serious.
Something out of hate.
Because I'm not coming from a bad place.
Yeah, just speak your truth.
No, I'm not coming from a bad place. I'm trying to say to y'all, right? Yeah. If you're not in that position at that moment in your life, right, where you're not operating with drugs, you might get there one day to be a part of that type of movement.
Right.
That movement wasn't for everybody. I didn't like that I saw people, even for example, I come and use my picking as an example. My picking are promoting Truth Diary, the artist on our label. My picking can get high small here and there to be creative and all that. You smoke a little weed, right? And he made a song, Say No to Drugs song. I didn't share that song.
Right.
Because I didn't feel like it's a good message. Like you know,
authentic.
like if you want to be a messenger, right, you gotta actually like my man. I'm telling you, my picky.
No.
I don't want he sounds to our label. Maybe they might get vexed with me at the label.
You still the boss.
Yeah, none of my brothers. I want people to start to walk in that shoe, my man.
Yeah, so just right message,
but,
wrong people.
That's what my brother you can say.
No,
you want to be on 4 women, right?
But
I would never say
that
frequency because I know I've been on more than 4 women. I'll never come on the internet and say I want to be on 4 women.
But we is a different
I live in
type
my
of
truth.
But we is a different type of frequency.
No, I'm talking about Sunday Ezra. I'm talking to you. I say I live in my truth. I will not come on the internet and say, oh, I want to be on 4 women my whole time.
So you still listen. So you still thinking I'm lying. So you 100%. So you on this thing like I'm lying.
No, you talking
the truth. So I guess since we're not gonna do a public flocking.
No, I love. We gotta love.
Can we have one?
We'll public flock them.
We'll public flock them?
We'll public flock them.
We got the people in there.
We'll public flock. No, it's a lot of them. So if I can't name there. Any Liberian artist that literally walk without walk, Liberian artist, Liberian influencer, Liberian, the people on the radio, the people on the TV, all of y'all over there, y'all get smoked marijuana. If you guys were a part of that walk, y'all should be ashamed of yourself today. I'm not vexed with y'all. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm very disappointed, right? I'm disappointed in y'all. For me to see y'all still using the substance. Because drug abuse is this, right? Drug abuse means you're using drugs for the wrong reason. Because the people in there smoke marijuana because they're in pain.
No.
Because they got situations where that they prescribe them marijuana to smoke.
Okay.
But if you're using marijuana to get high, you're abusing that drug.
Oh, but what are we for?
Yeah, but if you smoking, right? Like,
I'm not the abuser, but
okay. So what I was
thinking,
because you want to calm down a little bit.
Once again, we are not saying. Hold on.
Everybody, so I ain't
Hold. What we are saying is, I'm saying,
yeah,
not every drug is bad. It's the circumstance you do the drug.
No, the why.
The circumstance is the why.
Yeah, the why.
if you are smoking weed and you're in the middle of your house, your bills are paid, you're taking care of yourself, you're doing what you want. If you're smoking weed in your house and your bills is paid, you're a grown woman. You put your feet up.
Still abusing,
but you know that food
you're
could be a
abusing
drug abuse?
How are you abusing a drug? You sitting here, you drinking with me, and I abuse?
You're abusing the drug.
We at work, we drinking.
I want to chime inside, but I guess I'm an abuser. So
No, abuser too.
I guess.
So my city, yo, a lot of abuser there.
You see me walking the set, know the drug? Yeah, I see it on here, yo. I know my truth.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of In the Fries. It was pretty loud. It was a little serious, but we tried to make it a little lighthearted. Make sure you check out Ham's Liquor, Ham's Vodka. Honey is my favorite flavor. Honey's so sweet on your tongue.
The root right here. Remember what we were saying?
Oh, the root inside of it too, actually.
Yeah.
So you just did it one year. Your small energy drink with it.
Red Bull.
With your small, followed by your smaller Guinness. Don't put too much inside.
Oh, a little beer on top.
And slap it right there. Right there.
The minute only been four with me.
You solve it.
Talking about that.
So it's not for the boost. It's more for the lives.
I'm supposed to please now? You smart man.
I'm done with the conversation.
It's more for the lives, not for the boost.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the fans. Love y'all.
Well, Playboy, I appreciate you saying you wasn't a part of that walk though. I like that.
I mean, yeah, because, I'm not going to lie. I can touch the grass, but I would not go on that kind of walk knowing I'm touching grass.
We done?
It was really... I didn't know what I do.